Hi guys! Welcome back to another informative video, and in today's video, I would like to share some of my movie slash series slash book suggestion related to financing or related to business or anything that has something to do with money. Madami kasing nagko-comment ng mga movie slash book suggestion sa inyo. I am a super duper ultimate book lover. Sobra po. And hindi ko na alam kung siguro I'll do a separate video na lang doon sa mga i-recommend ko na books. But I've done those before. Gusto ko kasi siya separately isa-isa para lang may deep dive tayo. Pero ito lang yung mga basic. Kung gusto mo yung something that you can get right away, ito yung mga pwede mong makuha, mabasa or mapanood. So, simulan na natin, no? I'll share hindi to in particular order, parang just a consolidation, kung ano lang masabi ko. So, these are the book and movie suggestions to read and watch about money and business. So, yan, let's start. Number 1 na gusto kong i-recommend is The Richest Man in Babylon. Some of you would say na yung Rich Dad, Poor Dad, okay. Okay naman yun, but I guess there are principles there that is not applicable to the Philippine setting. Marami dong parte ng libro na ganun. Karamihan kasi nung mababasa nyo sa online or mga nire-recommend na suggested video sa short, kinuha lang nila yung excerpt. But whenever I read something kasi, I look at the totality of it. Why would I go for The Richest Man in Babylon? I guess because it's more complicated. And you know what? You can read that in less than, baka sabihin ko 4 hours. Manipis lang po kasi yung libro na yon. Hiniram ko yun dun sa kaibigan kong nagne-networking and parang madami siyang mga ganung books. I borrowed 2 books from him. I forgot what's the other one. Think and Grow Rich, yeah. But mas favored ako sa Richest Man in Babylon if you guys are starting out or kung hindi kayo mahilig magbasa. Pwede mong makuha yung Richest Man in Babylon at yung pinaka-gist niya madaling intindihin. So, I would recommend that. And then second, I would recommend Maturity by Osho. One of my favorite authors of all time ay si Osho. Kompleto ko halos ng libro ni Osho sa aking bookshelf dito at sana malipat ko siya sa Cavite sa bahay ko. Bakit maganda yung Maturity na book ni Osho? It talks about the totality of having a matured mind. Ako kasi yung tipo ng tao na if I want to do it now, I'll do it now. If I want to eat something now, if I can do it now, I'll do it now. If there's something that I want to do now, I'll do it now. Why? Mahirap po ipagpabukas yung mga bagay-bagay. You would realize na sa pagpapabukas mo ng mga bagay-bagay, hindi na siya nangyari. And by the time that you've already reached the matured age, which is the normal based on numbers, you would realize that you haven't matured because you haven't done the things that you've always wanted. You haven't experienced enough. That's why when you arrive in that age, yung mga bagay na dapat hindi mo na hinahanap in that age, hinahanap mo pa because you failed to do that during your age. It talks about maturity about sex. It talks about maturity about someone's death. It talks about maturity about your own well-being. And holistically speaking, it's very important that you mature based on the experiences that you should experience when you're young. Hindi po dapat binablock yun. Sometimes people would say, why is someone sexually attractive to this and that? Or bakit may mga ibang taong yung sexual drive nila mataas? Naturally speaking, our body is really designed for that. Hindi na, kaya nga, di ba, there's always gonna be that union. Kaya nga, one of the sacred activities or gatherings sa church would be marriage. Di ba, pinaghahandaan yun because it's actually the union of 2 bodies. And so, when we talk about marriage, it's very important that the sexual aspect of it should also be discussed. The book explicitly mentioned those things, being so decent and elegant, like wow. Because whenever you read something that talks about those stuff, you would veer away Parang mahihiya kang basahin siya because you feel like it's immoral. But the truth is, may urge naman talaga tayo to be attractive. To actually feel that urge na in terms of sexual or in terms of preference. So the book discussed those things. Ang ganda nung pagkakasabi. Like, ang galing talaga ni Osho. Like, nandito ba to? Basta na-review ko na yun dito eh. Lagay ko na lang dito yung screenshot nung link dun sa book review ko about Osho. I really like that book so much because it does not just talk about, I was expecting na hindi to maganda. I was expecting na so lang tong book na to. But then I realized when I was reading it, like, wow, yung extent ng knowledge niya about the things that you would want to talk about, things, mature discussions, kumbaga. Ang ganda nung mga wordings and the analogies behind it kasi mahilig sa ganun si Osho. Anyway, i-link ko na lang dito or sa baba. And then next, I don't know if you would agree with me, pero gusto ko po yung Itaewon Class. I'm not a K-drama fan, pero I started liking K-dramas when I had the chance to watch Itaewon. Sobrang fan ako ng Itaewon Class. Kinikilig ako pag iniisip ko siya. Not on the characters, because a lot of people would say wala silang chemistry, and I would somehow agree, but then the total story, the plot, everything, their perception about marketing, startups, of course kasi may mga drama, but you know what, in totality, majority, madami ka dong matututunan about business, handling your money, getting an insurance, and your relationship with your parents. It has something to do about your upbringing and your drive, your fight, your urge to do good things, to excel more, the uncertainties in life, how unfair life could be. And in total, I really like it more than startup. Kasi yung startup parang naging, yun talaga, I would say parang na talagang love story, no? Sinayang nila yung chance to educate people on how startup should be. But then, if you want something light, but with a touch of, things about finances, creating a business, Itaewon Class yung pinaka marirecommend ko na light lang that you can watch. Next, Money Explained. Of course, there are parts there that's not applicable to the Philippine setting, but you can relate sa episode 1, 2, and 5. The 2, yung gambling and about student loans, wala naman tayo masyado nun, and wala ka na nga pera, magsusugal ka pa. Tsaka yung mga sugal dito sa Pilipinas, napakaliliit na halaga na lang. Ang lumaki na lang ng sugal dito na business would be yung talpak, what's that? Yung mga betting sa manok, yon, sabong, yun lang yung tingin kong somehow related doon. But in terms of topic there, kasi mga casinos yun, baka walang makarelate. So I would suggest episode 1, 2, and 5, Money Explained. Yung best friend ko yung nag-recommend sa akin nun. I really like the part there nung episode 1 tsaka yung 5 because it's about retirement and getting rich quick, yung mga ganun. I like it so much and you can watch that sa Netflix. I-insert dumigay kadiri, pero hindi ko tatapalan ko na lang yung tunog. Nadighay kasi ako. Yon, lalagay ko na lang dito yung mga Netflix screenshots para you guys can watch on your free time. And then, next sa aking listahan ay The Wolf of Wall Street. Iba po ang epekto sa akin talaga ng mga Leonardo DiCaprio movies. Ang galing-galing kasi ng pagkakagawa. And there's another one about naman scam, pero wag na natin isama. Why am I recommending The Wolf of Wall Street? You know, in essence, no, it's actually a narrative of a guy who started so very innocent in work, tas na-influence ng corp. Because you know what, along the way, even in Philippine setting maraming makaka-impluwensyo sa'yo, good or bad, sa corporate. And I guess that's also the same for me, no? I've met a lot of people, but of course, hindi naman ako katulad ni Bida, ni Leonardo DiCaprio dun sa movie na nagpadala dun sa negative side, no? More on positive naman nangyari sa akin. But it's true, there's a lot of people that you would meet, would teach you with different backgrounds, with different experiences. And sa kanya, apakaganda kasi doon ng selling part. There's beauty in watching that movie. It's just that, with the money that they have, with the opportunities that they have, ginamit nila siya sa mali. And that's their downfall. Because they're into drugs, they're into prostitution, yung mga ganon. And, of course, alam mo naman kung saan ka lulugar. Diba? I guess, kinain lang sila. Kinain sila nung fact, lumaki yung ulo, ganyan, because you're already where you are and you think you can conquer the world, and that includes, drugs, women, prostitution, doing illegal stuff that is no longer okay when we talk about the mass public. So those stuff is discussed there in a very cinematic way. That's why I really like that movie a lot. I think I watched it a couple of times already, like 3 to 5 na sigurong beses kong pinapanood yun, at never ako nagsasawa na panoorin siya. I guess it has the same effect whenever you watch Titanic na iiyak ka. Ako naman, whenever I watch it, like, dang, ang swag, ang angas, but you know what, there's lots of moral stories in it. Okay, next, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pang 6 na po. Dirty Money. Why am I recommending Dirty Money? Mapapanood nyo rin po yun sa Netflix. Well, it's true that the rich gets richer every year because they have generational wealth they have, or it's either inherited or nakakuha lang talaga sila ng money loop or money cow na constantly nagme-make money for them. But there's a lot of people who do illegal stuff that you feel legal. Parang superficial kasi nakikita natin as a consumer eh. But behind those, there's a lot of businesses who's into illegal stuff. And one of which is Wells Fargo. Yun yung unang season dun sa Dirty Money. And yung Wells Fargo, they've been charging people with, you know, unwanted fees in their cards. Tapos, they are into exploiting their employees because there are quotas. Tas ikaw kung employee ka, if you wanna keep your job and you have this thinking that Wells Fargo is such a good company, it's in their game, top of their game, so you feel like you want to be part of something. So instead of you bypassing the legal stuff that you should consider, you would resort to getting information of clients, enrolling their account to malicious products that you haven't discussed it with. So yung ano na yon, yung buong series na yon, eto naman yung nasa kabila kang side, yung mga illegal stuff. Because as a consumer, it would also help us, it would benefit us if alam mo yung mga ganong ins and out. And para to be vigilant lang na hindi naman lahat ng nakikita mo na malaking company, legal lahat ng ginagawa. Like imagine, that's Wells Fargo. So if you wanna watch that, I'm gonna link that here. And lastly, ito na. Pag marketing ang pinag-uusapan, itong favorite ko, Shark Tank. Addict ako sa Shark Tank. Whenever you talk to a shark, may mga wisdom sila na makes business easy. Parang magkano yung magkano yung capital mo, magkano in-earn mo on a monthly basis. Like these are the normal things that you also consider if you have a small business. And for someone like me who wants the entrepreneurial mindset to be there always, parang I always resort to watching Shark Tank. Kahit ibang versions, like PH version, I also watch yung sa Asia, tapos yung iba't ibang mga versions na adaptations na ng Shark Tank. Pero ang whole idea is you're going to talk to an investor. It's very good when you're pitching a product. It's very good if you want to learn about business, about money, about making ideas, come to life, yung mga ganon. So, I like watching those. So, yun, ang ingay na sa labas. So, kailangan ko nang i-stop yung video na to. Thank you guys for watching and please don't forget to subscribe and follow my Instagram at salasruchell. Thank you!